Podketeers.
Are these like 6-7 chicken nuggets coming out soon?
I think so. Hold on, I gotta fix my bang.
Oh, I didn't even know the recording was.
I don't. Let's see.
Wait,
I just look at him like,
why did you
whoa.
decide not to look like an emo band from the 90s anymore, early 2000s? What happened? All right. Now go up to the mic a little closer and be like, "What's the worst that I could say?"
I don't know why it sounded like Cartman.
Because Cartman would be emo.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's
Yep.
true.
Let's
Where
see.
are you? And I'm so sorry.
Let's see. Purdue is making the 6-7 chicken nuggets.
So these are real.
They will be in 3,000 Walmart stores nationwide
Of
by
course.
Friday, May 1st, with a suggested retail price of $7.24.
Oh,
That's
missed opportunity.
$7. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
for
Missed
$6.70. Come on, or whatever.
Right?
Either way, that's $7.23 too much.
I mean, they're still chicken nuggets.
I guess. I mean, what if somebody doesn't want like the actual 6 and 7? What if they want like 9L nuggets?
Well,
Or
then
what
they
if they
can
want
also buy
96?
this.
Like,
Or
what
like,
if you get a bag of 96s? Are they defective?
what if you get a bag of all 7s? What if you get
Or
a bag
not
of all
60?
6s? That's the devil's bag. The devil is in
They're
these
all
chicken
Asian
nuggets.
nuggets,
I
too.
used a 9 in my example, and I realized there's no 9. There's only 7s and 6s.
Well, if
so
you
76s.
if you flip
well, the
six,
9. Oh yeah, right. You get
Yeah.
a 9 from the 6. So yeah, I guess my brain was kind of there. The rest of me is not caught up yet. I need
Anyway,
more
they got
coffee.
They're
6-7
gonna be
chicken nuggets.
That's a
Blue.
All
big
is
note
right
for
with
me.
the world because of the 6-7 chicken nuggets.
That is
It's
a big note for me. I'm good, thanks. Hey, last week, it's funny that you mentioned 6-7 because I was thinking about the Artemis last week. I saw a video where I guess they were doing a countdown, and one of the astronauts, when they got to those two numbers, one of the astronauts in the back was like, it was a nice little nod. I thought it was pretty funny. But speaking of the Artemis, so I had this like weird life thought as I was recording the intro last week. What do you each think of NASA taking over Tomorrowland? Like, obviously Disney's not going to do anything, right? But Disney has always historically had other businesses come in and sponsor stuff. Obviously, Honda has sponsored Osmo and Autopia and stuff like that. But what if we just gave NASA free reign in interventions, and they were the ones putting together all of the exhibits and like a presentation? And one, it would give something to Tomorrowland that's actually tomorrow-ish based, right? But it's also kind of space themed, obviously. And I think it would also serve the purpose of getting, not that Artemis didn't, right? Because I think with this specific mission, the video responses and the articles, like there seems to have been this like resurgence in the interest of space for all ages, right? And like, what if now is the time for Disney to capitalize, to give NASA this outlet for people to become more familiar with it, especially with them losing funding and stuff like that? It could be like a win-win situation because Disney doesn't have to come up with anything. You see what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Yes. I mean, of course, that's a yes, because it's not a business. It's real life. You're educating. I mean, like you said, people love space. And how many people tuned in to Artemis or Orion Integrity coming back? And and who doesn't? I mean, I don't even care. I was going to say something else, but I don't care if they have merch, because there's Rise that's adorable. And then not just that, but just the shirts with NASA logos on it. I mean, they have the spacesuits from way back. If they're well preserved, bring them out. So it would be great. It would be a great addition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Mr. Antithesis over here, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for if you put NASA in Tomorrowland. Hey, something's changing in Tomorrowland, and that's a great thing. But
Yeah.
the big name with I have a lot of feelings on Tomorrowland.
We all do.
and so it's like there Tomorrowland kind of morphed into Spaceland, like after Space Mountain. Like it was like, oh, here's Space Mountain, then then they'll do Star Tours, then Buzz Lightyear became space. But then you also have Autopia in there and the submarines for some reason. It's just a like non-cohesive land. So if they were really gonna go like all out and be like, yeah, okay, Space Mountain is Artemis Space Mountain or whatever, and I don't know, that'd be great. But generally, I think Tomorrowland needs a whole concept as a whole, and I'm not going to get into it, but
we should again, by the way.
Yeah, we should get into it, and you can hear me complain about it later. But like a NASA like Interventions thing, like you said, would be super cool, even if it's there for a couple years or whatever. Because that's just, what is it, meet and greet thing still sometimes, and DVC lounge on the second floor, and that's it. It's just a big old building doing nothing. Yeah. So put something in there. Slap NASA on the side of that moonliner that's sitting outside of the the pizza place, and call it a day.
Yeah, I don't know, because I 100% agree with you. I really do think that at some point Joshy's gonna have to look at Tomorrowland and be like, okay, we gave people Avatar when no one really wanted it at DCA. It's time to do something with Tomorrowland. Mm-hmm. And when that point finally comes, who knows? Maybe they'll announce something at D23 this year. Maybe, like, we don't know, right? Like, that could be an announcement. Although I doubt it. I'm being 100% hopeful.
For every D23 Expo that has ever happened, maybe they'll announce it.
Listen, like, we have to live off some hope, don't we? Right. Like, we have to live off.
Feels like
hope.
The year.
Yeah,
they still got that one concept art wall up, and it's been up there since what?
And they haven't removed it, so it means they're still thinking about it.
Something's happened. They're going to do something with the planter.
Right,
it's there.
It's like, oh, they moved that chair. What does that mean? What are they making room for?
Oh, they refreshed the banners.
So I 100% agree with you. I do think that there has to be a major overhaul because there is a lot of crossover, right? Now, if they decided to like reskin Autopia to make it look like more futuristic, like hovering cars or something, like the cars of the future, and like they made like the wheels kind of like the DeLorean, like flip up and it looks like they're like floating around, like okay, maybe you could kind of still get away with the concept, right? But I just think that having something new, something that people aren't used to seeing all the time, will also allow people to go see something new, because that's the thing, right? The parks don't change all that much, so to have that in Tomorrowland would get more foot traffic in there. You make use of this giant building, and on top, I don't know how much they would have to work on the platform itself to get it to spin again, because it doesn't right now. So I don't know how much maintenance.
I think that's almost not gonna spin ever again, sort of thing.
You think so?
I think they've
in my head
bolted it down and removed the motors. I gotta believe that.
I was hoping that it was something that they could salvage, because in my head I was imagining like shooting stars and constellations, so that as the building would spin, you would see these constellations like link up and form themselves and stuff throughout the sky. So I don't know. I'm gonna save that for a like armchair Imagineering episode. So I do think we should revisit Tomorrowland. But
the problem is they should have done this 6 months ago to capture
10 years ago.
Well, but for Artemis specifically and NASA, like. 2 weeks ago was when the high was there, but ever since they came back, I've not heard really any. It's not as pervasive in the like. It's kind of gone off a cliff.
I could tell you that there's gonna be so I've been kind of like I've been hooked into this. So there is gonna be another mission that's gonna be starting next year.
Yeah.
So there is time
Artemis
if they
3.
wanted to.
So hop to it.
Right. Right.
All
So
right,
they still have time.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
send
they've
Joshy a
had
message.
forever. So
There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's how I'm gonna build my relationship with Joshy, because my relationship with Bobby didn't end all that well, because he didn't like me calling him out on stuff. So I have to start building that relationship with Joshy now.
All
as
right.
long as he
It'll be
doesn't
okay.
grow a goatee, we're good.
Oof, that's villain-esque right there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pointy,
He's got
pointy
too point.
goatee and
He's got
everything.
too pointy of a head to have a goatee. He would just look like a villain.
That's funny. Hey, since we're talking about the parks, there was this story floating around, or there were people commenting that magic bands are being pulled from all the storefronts.
Mm-hmm.
What's this about? Have you seen anything else about it? What's the rumor mill saying about magic bands right now?
Well, I noticed. So I actually happened to notice it. I think 2 trips ago when I was there, the Emporium at Disneyland, like where there used to be a whole wall of magic bands. They had big branding. Everything was just all T-shirts now. It's like, that's weird. And then I started seeing some stuff the other day. Somebody went and looked around, and they said they could only find 2 different magic bands, or 3 throughout the whole park. One was like a limited edition, like Jafar and Jasmine.
The
thing.
Jasmine one, yeah.
Yeah, and they're only on one was Scarlet Witch, and I can't remember, and My First Visit or something. I think were the 3 that were there, and that was all you could find. And so the rumors out there right now are saying that they're thinking Magic Band 3.0 might be on the horizon if they're phasing out. What somebody had said was that they at some point they didn't order any new stock, and so this is just what's left.
Gotcha.
So that I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see, because they really did jump in on all the Magic Band stuff. It's not as pervasive as it is in Florida, but you can use them, and with that infrastructure being here, I don't see them abandoning Magic Bands at all. It has to be they're updating something. It can't be that they're going away. So that's what's going on right now. We don't have any concrete evidence on anything, but it'd be interesting to see.
I mean, it's not like Disney has ever spent millions and millions of dollars on anything that didn't function and became office space later, right? So,
Yep.
ever.
You know what? I would not be surprised if they jump on the bandwagon of the 3D printed wands that you could put like your information into.
Can I tell you, I've wanted to print so many of those. There's a handful of them that I now have. It's funny because I found a Beskar ingot
Mm-hmm.
that, like, it essentially, for those of you just listening, I'll try to pull an image and I'll just kind of overlay it here if I can find one when I edit the episode. But the Sarwan's Melzer is talking about you 3D print like pieces that look like a wand. Some of them are stars, some of them are like Mickey hands, some of them are like different designs basically that you insert tiny magnets into, you put your credit card, and then they snap together so that when you go pay, instead of like tapping with your credit card, you're tapping with this shape of whatever you printed out.
Mm-hmm.
The last one that I saw was a big Mario coin, the big yellow coin from
I
the
saw
games.
that
Nice.
one.
And so I thought that was like, imagine pulling out this big old yellow coin and being like, boop. I thought it was pretty funny.
Pay you
But
with
for-
coins. That's cool.
Yeah. But I found one that was a Beskar ingot, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I was considering printing that one out and just pulling that out and paying with galactic credits. But it's funny because when it came up, my first thought was, I mean, do people really still use it in California? Like you said, I know it's still a big thing in Florida because they use it for the room keys. They use it for all sorts of stuff. I don't know if that is still being used here as much.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like here, the massive push has always been use the app. You got to order, use the app. You got to this, use the app. You want to buy Lightning Link, use the app. You want to scan with the app. So I feel like here in California, the culture is much more use the device you already have,
Mm-hmm.
and the magic bands are more collector's items because like mine is somewhere here on the shelf. Um, I think I used mine like once,
Yeah,
twice.
but they do have the infrastructure and like the 70th stuff to get those cards. You had to have a magic band to do that. You couldn't do it with the app. You couldn't do
Oh,
it with
that's
your ticket.
right. You did have to
So,
use a
and
magic
they've
band.
put them on the new turnstiles. They have them the touch point for magic bands on those two, and all the lightning lanes have both the scan and the magic band.
And there's also
Um,
one experience in Galaxy's Edge that also requires the magic band, right? Like the bounty thing or
yeah,
something
the
like
bounty
that.
hunting thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Because the last magic band that I remember they released was the 70th anniversary one.
Mm-hmm.
That came out, I think, at the same time as the key came out, the Key to the Kingdom
Right.
pin thing. So interesting. Well, if people start seeing new magic bands in the park, send us a message, send us a picture, or forward something to us. I'd love to know if this is just a refresh of designs, or if at D23 we're gonna get a hey, Magic Band 3.0 is coming. Now it can make a cake for you. Ooh.
I mean, I will say I just looked up magic bands on the Disney store, and they got all kinds of them on here.
Are they clearance?
No, they're all regular priced, $45.
Wow,
They even
Probably
have
because
ones that are
people from
labeled
Florida
new.
could still get them. Sorry.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And they still have like their own tile. There was a shop Magic Band tile, so.
That's what.
And they got a bunch of new ones too.
yeah.
There's this Ariel one, this Disney Princess, this
Rapunzel.
May the Fourth Be With You with Grogu and the Mandalorian,
Yep.
Zootopia. I mean,
They're
nice.
here, so.
You know, if they do, is the plus? You still can't remove the center on the plus, right?
I have no. I mean, plus is the 2 point. That's the current version. I don't know.
I don't think
Do
you
use-
can. I think mine is a 2.0.
Or is it a.
You know, the other thing I
plus,
don't like
whatever it
about
is.
the
Uh huh.
yeah, whatever. I think it's Magic Band Plus.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't like about those is I remember when we got the ones for our kids, our youngest had a really small wrist, and so you physically have to cut the Magic Band in order to make it smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of ruins the design. Like whatever's on there, it ruins it. So if the new version of Magic Band is coming, I hope they've taken that into consideration and they have something that's a little more modular so that maybe you can get custom straps. Maybe you could get maybe the puck is a little more expensive because I think in the first version of it, you could remove the puck, and that's why people had them on keychains. They had them on their lanyards. You know, you could buy the stuff like on Etsy, little mouse ears and stuff. And I think that's what's missing from this one. At least as if you're not comfortable taking it apart, because you could remove the screws and stuff like that. But if they made it a more modular experience, I bet you they would sell more accessories if they sold the main puck for still like $45 or $50, and it came with a standard Magic Band, but then like Apple watches or like Samsung watches where you could just like clip a new band to it and stuff.
Yeah.
I bet you they would make way more money.
Probably.
And that's what they want, right? They want to make more money,
Money, money, money,
Yeah.
money, 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 money.
right? You're welcome, Josh. Now talk to me about what's happening with this other stuff.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, since we're on Disney Store, can we talk about? Let me bring up this link because this is the first place that we saw it. There was an account on Instagram, Drew the Disney Dude, that posted the images of Disney Store launching these brand new Muppets, these little keychains and plush toys and stuff. Let's bring this up here. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I want this. I like this so much. These were the main plush toys. Looks like they're going to be available April 15th. Here's a little video promoting the little keychains and plush toys. Do you think... I've never actively thought about this before, but Do you think it's easier to just mod a plush toy to become a puppet that we could use instead
Obviously,
of
why not?
buying a puppet? Or do you think they would cost about the same, like either to modify one of these or to just buy one of these puppets?
Well, it depends. These are small. I mean, they're 14
True.
inch. So like
Oh,
they're
okay.
to fit. I don't know if you'd be able to fit your hand in there. Maybe the Fozzie one because he's got the biggest neck, but they're pretty. They're only, that tall or so.
Yeah.
And that's bigger than your
Unless-
hand. You got little hands.
Unless you 3D print something that could go there and just press
Oh,
it.
and just
Pull a lever
control it.
thing,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's actually a good idea. Because I have a beaker puppet, but obviously it's a hand puppet that doesn't
Right.
have like legs or anything. And it's
Right.
about 12 inches tall, but it's a standard hand puppet.
Right.
Yeah.
But I like Mel's idea about like modifying it with some 3D prints because
Get one of those, those T-Rex grabber things.
Yeah.
And stick it up in there and you pull a lever.
That's it.
So we got Swedish Chef, Fozzie, Gonzo, Animal, Miss Piggy, and Kermit in the larger one. And then the Bag Charm, you got Kermit, Fozzie, Piggy, and then Sam Eagle and Rolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
like
gotta
it.
at least get me a Rolf, maybe a Sam Eagle on the small guys. And I think I'd buy the Swedish Chef big guy.
That's my favorite one of all of these.
I
the
like
Swedish
Fozzie
Chef is
too,
like
but-
my.
But Fozzie's adorable too.
I love
mean,
Fozzie.
Yeah.
But
do
the
like
chains, I
Fozzie
gotta
one.
get the rest of them.
Right.
Yeah, these are pretty fun. I
They're
like them.
$30 for the larger puppets and $17 for the Bag Charm plush.
Are those the $17 ones blind bags, or do you know what you're getting?
No, you can just buy Rolf the
Yeah.
keychain.
Okay, good. Because if these were blind bags, I would not
Oh,
be
that would
on
make
board
that
with
would be
them.
sad.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
buy,
on
like,
board with
three
the
and they're
blind bag
all-
stuff.
Sam.
All Miss Piggies. Like,
Yeah. All right. Well, April 14th. Oh wait, they're
that's-
available
that-
now.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking on the website. Yeah, you can just get them.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw you sent the link right now. Ah, here we go. Look at that.
Now they do. Now I'm on the Disney store looking at. They have this section that's like new international arrivals because I think we talked about this a while ago that they've been
I love
sending
his
stuff
face.
over from Japan
Work.
and Hong Kong Disneyland.
Come on, look at this. He's adorable.
That's the Swedish Chef. There he is.
I love it. I'll take two. This is one of those where like $29 is still pretty steep for a 14-inch plush.
Yeah,
But-
it is.
If it goes on sale, if they have one of the like 20% off or 15% off sales, I would pick this up for the 20% off. I think that's a pretty decent.
On.
Yup.
Oh, interesting. All of the. I'm just noticing this. All of the plushes are available except Sam Eagle isn't available till May 11th.
Oh.
But it
Must
also
be,
looks
must
like.
be caught on a ship somewhere. Can't
And
get through.
there
Who
will be
knows?
there will be a large
Ooh.
Sam Eagle plush as well. It says Sam Eagle plush and keychain May 11th.
Interesting. I like them.
Okay.
I'm for it. I still just want the Swedish Chef. That's the only
Well,
one I want.
you can get him.
Yeah. Let's see. Since we're talking about the Muppets, how about this? Disney put out an announcement. Disney Parks over on Instagram gave us our first look at which celebrities were going to be making cameos on the updated version of Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm gonna share this post as well. Let's get this up on screen. Bloop. Bam! Disney Parks saying some familiar faces are ready for the show. Look at some notable cameos in the Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets Q. So who we got up here?
We got
Aquafina.
and this photo's Aquafina and Beaker.
Next one, Travis Parker
That's so
and
awesome.
Animal. I mean, if you could tell me which one's which, that would be
Right?
fantastic. That is, I mean, they nailed this one, spot on. Wayne Brady and Kermit. Can I
Love
just?
it.
I just want to point out that Kermit's hand in like presenting position for Wayne Brady is like one of the
It's
coolest
adorable.
photos I've seen of Kermit. Like that's not a pose you normally see for Kermit or any of the Muppets, so I kind of dig that. We got Yvette Nicole Brown with Kermit and Miss Piggy here. I like that as well. She's great. Darren Criss. What has Darren Criss done after Glee? I know he's come out on a few things, but what
boring. Sorry.
What has he done since
I know.
then?
I know he's done. Currently, or he just was in a play on Broadway that was like a big hit. The Maybe Happy Ending. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Oh, okay.
Where he played like where he was a robot that falls in love with another robot.
Oh. Now they're falling in love. Last week, one of them won a marathon in Beijing. It's great.
A robot won a marathon?
Taking over. Yeah, there was a sentient robot that apparently ran a full 26-mile marathon, and it now holds the record for fastest marathon.
Oh, that is dumb.
So
yeah, but that's a robot.
Yeah, I mean now we can't outrun them. So
that's just like saying a car won a marathon. Like,
yeah.
I mean, he was in Muppet Haunted Mansion.
That's where I remembered him from.
I'm trying to see.
So it makes sense. Now there's also a Muppet connection too.
I mean, so was Yvette Nicole Brown. So was Wayne Brady wasn't. He's done something else though.
No. But I like how
cool.
they're chosen together because they're like the most musical too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see, who else do we have? Neil Patrick Harris with Gonzo. Yep, also a good pairing right here.
Like how Gonzo is in a beach ball.
He's not in the beach ball?
I love it.
He's in the beach ball.
He's in the beach ball.
Yeah.
Because he would.
I mean, at least his head's popping out of one. I don't know how he got in there.
Well, you don't see any legs sticking out, so...
That's what we assume is happening.
Right.
So, John Stamos, of course. He's everywhere. Yeah. I love the fact that Bobo has the crew.
Black shirt. That's cool.
He's got a security shirt on, and he's got the crew badge on. That's great. Dr. Teeth. It's a great shirt. Love it. Danny Trejo. This one is surprising. Machete. In the middle of... I mean, that's family fun, right? Machete. That's wholesome family fun.
Hey.
I heard he makes great tacos.
Trejo's Tacos.
Yeah, I've never tried them before, but I've heard that his restaurant makes some pretty good tacos.
And I guess he just kind of shows up. I was listening to podcasts. They're like, yeah, he just like shows up.
That's funny. Is it a guaranteed one, or is it one of those like Easter eggs from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, where they have like the Loch Ness monster appear like every 6 months?
Yeah,
like,
it's
one
it's
of
like
those things.
I
Have
don't
you heard
think
of
it's
that
like
Easter egg?
every day. Yeah, there's like that, and like something about like the like Yeti or Bigfoot or something.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
But it's one of those like it doesn't even happen like throughout the week. It's literally like once every 6 months sort of thing that it's programmed.
Crazy.
So if somebody could get me on the programming schedule for that, that'd be great. Thanks. Just let me know. Let's see.
Last one.
Weird Al.
The greatest. There he is, immortalized in an attraction. We have Weird Al.
Yeah.
I think best announcement of all. I mean,
I'm sure this is the one.
I wish one of the songs was Dr. Teeth and Weird Al, but I don't think we're that lucky.
I mean, this is close.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And hey, on my list for the Muppet Show.
That's true. He is on your list.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody else from this lineup is on any of our lists except for Weird Al.
Yeah. So.
No.
Good choice, man.
I thought we mentioned Yvette.
Oh wait, I had Neil Patrick Harris.
You had Neil Patrick Harris.
But I think Neil Patrick Harris was in my FGP list, right?
I don't know.
That
was like a couple weeks ago. How am I supposed to remember that?
Something like that.
Nobody had Darren Criss. Did somebody have Yvette Nicole Brown? I don't know.
I think so.
Maybe I had Yvette Nicole Brown. But maybe I think maybe she was one of my honorable mentions when we did the FGP recording.
Was in it too? We can't remember.
I don't know.
Awkwafina for sure was not.
No?
No, I'm sure she
Dang.
wasn't.
Wasn't on my list. But anyway,
I
we
don't-
got a couple
Yeah.
crossovers.
So we were onto
So-
something.
Yeah, I think we were. I mean, we've already done most of the vetting work for Disney on this one.
Oh, yeah.
So now we've helped not only with the Muppet Show, but also with Rock and Roller Coaster, apparently.
I guess.
Everyone
Hey.
else on that roster, especially starting with Stamos, is like the group that you tend to see go out for D23s and really
Right.
promote Disney stuff. So a lot of them are not a surprise. If I had to say one of them was a surprise, would be Travis Barker. But given
You don't think Danny
How much
Trejo's
he-
a surprise?
Nah, man, I would expect Danny Trejo over Travis Barker. I know some
I
people
wanna
will
say-
argue, but Animal's a drummer, and so is Travis. It's like, I know, but Machete, family fun. Remember, we already established that.
Yeah, remember in
Yeah.
Spy Kids or something?
That's how it works.
Right.
All right, Mel, did you have a comment about this? You started talking, and then we were
Oh.
laughing about Machete.
You know what? I was like, either it's my brain, but I swear I thought I had seen Danny Trejo in some Muppet spinoff or something, and I can't remember. So that's why I started laughing, because I'm like, my brain is like, I can't remember nothing. But it's okay. Well, eventually it'll come up after we stop.
Oh wait, was he in the Muppet movie?
He was in Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh,
Was
so
he? Okay.
was. Oh, good call, Mel. Oh, so he already
He was also
has-
on. He's
See,
been on.
there you go. Travis Barker hasn't been
Hey.
on anything Muppets related, so
So-
I was right without even knowing.
So, Danny Trejo in the Fuzzy Pack trailer for the Muppets. Danny Trejo in Muppets Most Wanted. Danny Trejo Muppets Now.
Oh,
as
dang,
well did
okay.
a Swedish
I was
Chef.
like, I
don't
know I
remember.
saw
When was he in
something.
Muppets now.
He is with the Swedish Chef.
Oh, I don't
Let's see.
remember that.
Yes. They were, yes,
see.
yes, that's it.
Trailer appeared in a veterinarian's hospital sketch during the Muppets Take the Hollywood Bowl, and the Muppets Take the O2. So he's done a bunch of Muppet stuff.
See, so without even knowing, I was right. Danny Trejo, not a surprise. Travis Barker, still the odd one out.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'll tell you what. Before we jump into some of this other stuff, why don't we take a brief pause here to thank a
On
very
March
special-
21st, 2012, Barker performed Can You Picture That with Dr. Teep and the Electric Mayhem on Jimmy Kimmel Live, including a drum battle with Animal.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
It
Anyway.
doesn't. I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't count, because it doesn't fit my narrative right now.
Okay.
So right as of this moment, I am choosing to not pay attention to what you just said, because it's gonna ruin everything I just said.
Okay. Anyway, the FGP Squad is what you were going to say.
Yeah, let's take a quick moment to thank a very special group of listeners and viewers known as the FGP Squad, our podcast Fairy Godparents, because it is their support via Patreon that help make these episodes of Podketeers possible. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. On that page, you'll find some information about what the FGP Squad is all about, a list of some of our top contributors, a link to our Patreon. But in short, being a part of the FGP Squad family gets you some additional perks, like a special section of our Discord, additional content that we've uploaded to Patreon. You also get discount codes for new Podketeers gear, random giveaways, and more. So if you're interested, head on over to podketeers.com/FGP. And of course, to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. Since we're talking about links, podketeers.com/links is a great resource to have bookmarks somewhere on your phone, your desktop. I believe some people volunteer to tattoo it on their arms and faces at some point. But Podketeers.com/links. It gives you easy access to our latest episode, a link to the Quizneyland playlist, any fundraisers that we're running with our official charity team, Teamboat Willie, a link, of course, to our Discord and the FGP Squad. You'll find a link to our YouTube channel. We are in the process of trying to reach 1,000 subscriptions by the end of 2026. We're approximately halfway there, so if you have a bunch of extra Google accounts and YouTube accounts, help us out. Go sign up, hit that subscribe button, maybe a couple of likes. It really goes a long way. We totally appreciate it. To everybody that's recently subscribed, we also appreciate you as well. And yeah, you'll also find a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist over on the links page as well. So podketeers.com/links. Again, set a bookmark, easy access to all of that stuff and more. It also becomes a really good resource page when we're trying to help out with other initiatives that are going on. So yeah, podketeers.com/links. Let's get back to the show.
Hey,
All
Heyzen,
right.
did you? Well, I kind of zoned out there. Did you talk about Walk for Walkin'?
It's not Walk for Walking. It is Walk for Hope, and I have not yet.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for the reminder. So every year every year we try to fundraise for different groups, different organizations, different initiatives. But one that we've done consistently has been Walk for Hope for City of Hope, where we try to raise money to help eradicate cancer. The walk itself has evolved over the years. It went from specifically women's cancers and has evolved to just eradicating cancer as a whole, because we just hate cancer in general. So that's what we're trying to raise money for. You can find more information by going to teamboatwillie.com. On that page, you'll find, of course, a link to our Walk for Hope fundraising page. If you have a buck or two to spare, we would love for you to donate, help us try to reach our goal. We have a really modest goal of $500 this year. If we can surpass that, that would be awesome. We are planning on having some auctions, some giveaways and stuff like that, like we've done in the past. Obviously, that's going to come in the next couple of months, but we have started much earlier than we normally do with our fundraising process. So yay me for getting it set up super early this year. Yeah, we did it, or I did it. So yeah, teamboatwillie.com, check it out. In the past, we've given out like 3D printed items that are Disney related. Last year, we gave away a planter that looks like the snake planters that are in front of the Indiana Jones attraction. We found a really talented model artist over on Bamboo's Maker World, and we reached out to them. They were gracious enough to let us use it as to print out like half a dozen of them to give out as thank you gifts. So I have one of them that I made
Mine's
for
right
myself
there.
as the test one. I see yours back there. Yeah. There it is. Andrew holding his up right there. They're
It's big.
fantastic.
They are.
These were absolutely super cool. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to give away this year. I'm still trying to figure that out. All of those planters that Andrew's holding, after they were 3D printed, I went in, sanded them down, finished them. They're all hand painted. So
Yeah,
there was a lot of work that I put into them at the end.
absolutely.
Could use a ride vehicle companion.
Could it?
Just say it. I don't know.
Isn't there a Funko one that you have
who
that
would
could
want-
go well with it?
That is true.
What are you talking about? He's right here. He sure is. He's right
Boom!
there.
There it is.
But it's not like he doesn't have the seats that
I
are
guess.
right. Indiana Jones is standing inside of it.
Fair
So you're
enough.
saying you need chairs.
Fair enough.
I need chairs.
Fair enough. Let's see. So, yeah. Check it out, teamboatwillie.com. We'd love for you to join the team. We'd love for you to help us fundraise if possible. And more info on that will come over the next coming months. So, yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's talk about CinemaCon, because Marvel had a fairly large presence, very similar to Comic-Con and WonderCon and all those cons. There were some announcements about, Spider-Man Brand New Day. they announced an Avengers Endgame re-release that's coming. That's going to be in this new Infinity Vision thing. Tell us a little bit about what Infinity Vision is, Andrew.
So Infinity Vision, if I'm understanding this correctly, is a certification. This is real exciting here, folks. A certification for already existing movie theaters and movie screens that have like the brightest and the best and the, let's see, like the best sound and the brightest laser projectors and premium large format screens. Currently there are 75 screens in the United States that are certified Infinity Vision. From some folks on the internet, they believe that this is to compete with IMAX, especially for Avengers Doomsday, because that's going to be going up against, I think it's Dune.
I believe so.
And Dune already has the IMAX screens, I guess, and they've already started selling tickets for IMAX for Dune. So this is, I guess, Disney's way to try and get sort of an IMAX sort of thing going on with Infinity Vision.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It kind of just seems like a way to charge more for a screen that's already exists with a more expensive ticket. But I don't know.
That's how I felt too when I
so
heard.
Yeah.
When I heard the clip, I was like, it sounds more like they're trying to sell that more than anything. I was like, it had nothing to do with the actual movies coming out. It was more like, oh, you have to see this because it's the latest technology, which is exciting. But the way that they spoke about it was, one little thing. They did say that when they were going to release Infinity War and Endgame, that they were going to release never before scenes that weren't shown the first time, which kind of got me like, are you kidding me? We didn't just like get these tickets immediately, wait in line, go inside, not spoil anything, and you're going to show deleted scenes that you didn't show the first time?
Well, there's probably a reason they didn't show them the first time. It's probably they did not add to the story of the film.
Maybe.
Or made it drag.
Or it gave away stuff that they wanted to include in future films. So
maybe.
Now,
that is true.
because by then, Spider-Man Brand New Day should be out already.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day is scheduled to be released July 31st. So I'm sure that there's something in that one that connects back to Endgame, because Doomsday is supposed to take place right after Endgame. Like, it's not too far in the future.
Forgot about
like,
that.
yeah. So
well, that's because that's the weird timeline, because like Endgame takes place in like 2027 or something weird. Like it was like like farther in the future than I don't know, something like that.
So yeah.
Dang,
I mean,
now I gotta go see it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it
2023.
again. Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching it again. Obviously, I really enjoyed that film. I just hope that this isn't one of those things where they're adding like 2 minutes of footage, or it's like a cameo scene and you watch like the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, it would be really disappointing if it's just like a cutout scene where somebody makes a cameo in a fight scene or something like that, which would have been in Brand New Day, sort of.
Just like the Hulk, like eating tacos or something. Like,
no, I mean, if it
that's
was
the new scene.
Like, let's say that
Danny
there was
Trejo
some
in the
fight
back.
scene. It is Danny Trejo. That's what it is. Oh, that's how they're gonna connect it to. No, if it was like, when they did portals and stuff like that, when everybody's coming through and they're gonna fight, like, what if it was a cut scene where from one of the portals, Daredevil pops out, you know, or one of the
Oh,
X-Men pops out or something, because all of those like universes are now connected, right? And so
right.
since we're going to be getting like X-Men, like maybe like Wolverine pops out, or I don't know, something happens. I just hope it's more than just that. Um
Well, if it's never before seen stuff, I think it's stuff left out, not new stuff that they're making. So I don't think like the Wolverine or Daredevil would be in there because that stuff wasn't in development in 2018 um, when that was going on. So my guess is it's additional scenes or extended parts of scenes that were cut for time or whatever. But since this is a special event, you don't have to have the time slot as compressed as you know, to try and fit X amount of screenings per day. But it's just it's another way to get people to go see the movie that they've already seen and own on DVD or can watch on Disney Plus. But then that adds to the numbers of the box office numbers.
yeah.
And you know, that's why Avatar and
Oh,
Avengers
they're going
and
to
stuff
count this, right? Yeah.
yep, they stack on top of each other because it's technically the same movie title.
You are correct.
Okay. So I was
Disney's
giggling.
fighting with themselves to get
I
the
was
top
giggling
spot.
because
Uh-huh.
for those of us who went to the movie theaters to see this film, you know you couldn't drink as much water. So if it's added seats,
Now it's going to be a whole extra I honestly, I would hope that it's a whole extra hour. I know it's not going to be. But if I had to hold it in for another hour, I'd be cool with that. I mean, it would be
Yeah.
totally worth it, right?
I don't
I
know
mean-
if I could. 3 was a long time.
I
Like,
mean,
is
they pass out a
Endgame
diaper
yeah.
or something as you're walking into the theater. That's like the giveaway, I guess.
I'm just wondering if they're trying to beat Avatar and get back to number one.
They
Like,
should. They should.
Just for that, Hayes is gonna.
You know
go.
what? You know what, Kevin? Keep doing. As a matter of fact, release all the other ones again too. Add 5 minutes of footage.
so they only need $125 million to beat the worldwide gross of Avatar.
Yeah.
125 million. Domestic
How much again?
125 million is what they need to beat Avatar worldwide.
Oh, they'll do it.
Domestic Avatar is number 4 if you don't look at worldwide box office. Domestic box office is Star Wars The Force Awakens, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home, Avatar.
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. Especially if they're doing this Infinity Vision thing. I'm excited. I hope that the theaters around me are certified, because of the 75 I don't see any near me. There's no list or anything, so I'm hoping that something gets certified around me. I would love to see this in Infinity Vision. And more than 5 minutes. I just don't want a cameo. I want to make sure that we get our money's worth when we see this additional footage. It'll be good. Let's see. Yeah, I think Doomsday was really the big thing at CinemaCon for Marvel. There was a portion of CinemaCon where they showed the trailer, like their official trailer for Doomsday. And it's funny because there's a lot of people that have been posting fake trailers and fake like images and stuff like that all seem to be AI generated, by the way. So not on board with that at all. But it looks like for this one and all of the other screenings that Marvel has been doing recently, I don't know if this has been standard at all of them, but I was reading some reports that what they did was they have 36 people walking around the floor at all times, and they have like infrared technology basically. And so because when your phone is actively trying to scan for your face, the red light blinks for the infrared,
Mm-hmm.
they can capture the blinks, and so they know your phone was out. And so the way basically they told everybody, if the lights are down, your phone is out. Like put your phone away if the lights go out, because you're going to see something other people are not meant to see. And because it was dark, using the infrared stuff, they were able to pinpoint. And there was a report of multiple people getting kicked out of some of the viewings where they were like literally pointing a green laser at them, like pointing them out in front of everybody, so everybody knew you were the one that was recording it or had your
Wow.
phone out for it. And they like the security was walking over telling you to get up in front of everybody. It's like, come on, get out. And so, I
Good.
mean, they've been really, really tight on
That's
this one.
good.
Yeah. So as far as an actual spoiler for this new trailer, it doesn't look like there's one available. It looks like this is
That's
one of those
awesome.
times. Yeah, it looks like this is one of those times where you are gonna have to wait until Marvel releases the official version of it, or they're ready to release it, which is great. You know, so I I like that they got a little more strict with it, because the anticipation begins to build up.
Yep.
Has
They have like
anybody given a a written description of what the trailer was?
a lot of people have described what they've seen,
Okay.
but obviously people want to see it, because
Yeah,
Right.
there's
100%.
always that speculation when people are telling you the story, about like, what are you properly remembering, what are you not remember, you know, like
Right.
what are you making up just for the clicks, you know. And there's so many channels, there's so many um, like outlets out there that take these trailers. Like, we'll watch the trailer obviously and we'll talk about it, but there's literally outlets that take these trailers and go frame by frame by frame and try to
Yeah.
find every single Easter egg. I ain't got time for that. I wish I did, but you know, the best I could do right now is watch it and just give some commentary on it. So I'm sure that there are so many things in the background. It kind of happened with the brand new day trailer, right? There was a lot of Easter eggs in the brand new day trailer where within a day, people were posting a bunch of information about, like, well, this scene right here is from this Spider-Man comic, and this is the cover for this one. And trust me, I appreciate all of that, because there's certain storylines being used right now that I just didn't read. And so kind of knowing what it is, and having the opportunity to go back and read those, if you have like the subscription to be able to read it, like you can go back and read these comics, right? So or you can go buy them if you can find copies of them. But I appreciate it, I like it, and I'm excited for whenever they release this new trailer. So looking forward to it. Let's close out with this story. It's actually related to Marvel. Business Insider put out an article talking about how, I guess, not just Business Insider, there was a lot of news outlets that reported this. Um, Disney layoffs happened again, and this was now under Josh D'Amaro's watch. About 1,000 employees were let go, and it looks like the biggest uh, group of them came from Marvel this time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, did either of you get a chance to read any of the articles, either the Business Insider or any other outlets, regarding what happened?
It's been a minute. I think I read one when it first came out, but it's been lots of news and me being busy, so I don't remember
between
anything.
Yeah. So this, from what we can tell, a lot of what's happening with this is part of what the plan was already. Like, this was something that was put forth, 2 years ago now, was it?
Right. I think we
they
sort
had
of
announced
talked
it?
about this last week, right?
Yeah. This was something that was already kind of in the works. What is most surprising is that what's currently being reported is that basically the VFX wing of Marvel was gutted. Like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, that was what took the largest hit this time around. And it's a shame to see so many people that helped build the franchise to what it is, you
Yeah.
know, over a decade, to just fall into this category, to just be let go. What's worrying, there was an article that was passed around, or a couple of screenshots that uh, I haven't been able to validate at all. People are claiming that Josh D'Amaro said that most of the visual effects in Doomsday are going to be AI generated. I could tell you right now, so far, there is no valid source for
Okay.
that. So if
Mm-hmm.
you see that floating around, don't fall for it. It looks like it was just somebody coming up with a conclusion after the fact that Marvel lost so
Sure.
many employees. Uh, but it is, I could see why the speculation and why the worry came from so many people in that regard, because there's been so much talk of Disney using AI
Mhm.
over the last year, especially. And even though they recently decided to pull funding from, from AI, which is open AI, I think that they were going to be funding. It doesn't mean that they're not going to have their own internal version of AI that they're using for stuff like this. We've speculated in the past that they've used AI for Marvel stuff already. The heaviest that at least I can recall was some Fantastic Four posters when they were promoting the Fantastic Four film that had some elements that really looked like they were AI
Yeah.
produced,
Yeah,
right? So
Yeah.
we just dissected that, I remember.
yeah,
Yep.
so all of that, when you combine it, obviously there's that fear that there's some truth to that quote, which is why I think it's picking up steam right now. But again, as of the recording of this episode, I couldn't find a credible source where Josh D'Amaro actually said that. So I'm just taking it as something somebody came up with at this point. What do you think the implications for Disney, uh, at least for Marvel going forward, is going to be? Because at first we saw so many films, so many TV shows going forward, or so many like films and TV shows being produced that the term superhero fatigue made its rounds, and it's something that even we used on the podcast. What do you think going forward it's going to look like for Marvel if they lost their team? Like if they lost the people that were producing these films?
Well, it'll be interesting, and I say this because if there's a trailer, if there's like the poster we had seen for Fantastic Four, um, people could, they if they find any trace of AI, that's an automatic like no, we're not going to support that. Um, it's not going to make people happy. There are some people that are going to be happy, but majority of folks who are already against it is not going to want to support it. Um, it's going to be interesting having to see the next wave of projects. Um, I will say this on the record. If if let's say the next, I don't know, I would say what in the next year there's a movie or something, and if it has AI, generated AI, I won't see it. I just won't. Um, and that's due to like the artistry and everybody who did work on it, because it's it's a slap in the face in those who've worked on such beautiful projects, and now we're just gonna get this because it's
Yeah.
faster and easier to produce. Um, I just don't think it has depth or anything. So we'll see in what, a year or so
Yeah.
with the next slate of stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm remembering some of the stuff that I'm reading, and a lot of these layoffs, they're going to hit people hard, which stinks. And I think what's probably going to happen with a lot of this is, and is mentioned in some of the articles that I read as well, is these people are basically going to be contractors, and some of them will be contractors instead of employees. They're trying to get their overhead down, and so with, I think that includes health insurance and retirement, blah 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 blah. So instead of like having these people on full time, and you can be like, okay, you're doing this, they have to hire these people as contractors or pay them as contractors for every single project, and that must be some way of balancing the books that I don't know. That's too above my pay grade of knowing that sort of stuff. But not only that, they may be, Marvel is slowly moving their productions to the UK. They're pulling out of Georgia, Atlanta, that this deal has been going on for. Originally was, I think, 2019 or something. Disney signed a deal with Pinewood Studios in London or in England to take over like almost all of their stages and start moving stuff over there. So it's been, 6-7 years in development for that move, exactly. But it's just a move of, I saw somebody put this, and not to get like too political, but if the United States had more benefits that were innate to the country that employers did not have to cover, it would be easier for these companies to keep more employees and da-da-da-da-da. Because, that I look at my paycheck and stuff, and it says my employer pays this much money for health insurance per employee. And if there's hundreds of thousands of employees or whatever, that really starts impacting it, where in other countries they have health insurance and things that are built into the government and to the country that everybody gets. And so that doesn't affect business as it does here. Yeah. And so one person I was watching a video goes, it's surprising that these big companies don't use their power to lobby for that to happen in the country, that which will help their pocketbooks in the long run, being more, not having to pay so much for their employees, et cetera, et cetera. But other than that, it's just, this was already in the works, and it sucks, and I'm sure there's going to be some there'll be downsides to this for sure, but I hope that they, just like with anything, realize the error of their ways and be like, oh, sorry, we gotta hire these folks back, et cetera, et cetera. Unlikely to happen, but it's and the whole AI of it too. Yeah, if I'm hoping that's just a rumor and made up stuff, because it's the term AI is so weird and hot buttony, but generative AI, like imagery and video and stuff, is really just, there's no need for it. Yeah. Especially in a thing that has a budget that's that big. You can afford to pay somebody to do that. I
think I actually said this on one of the episodes, where if there was a situation where they actually had people produce the product, and it was completely okay, and then something changed in the world where they thought, oh, this is no longer acceptable right here, and it was about to release in a week or whatever, obviously the visual artists in 1 week will not be able to rebuild all of that, right? So if Disney themselves is using generative AI with their own product, where they use their own films, their own actors, to replace 2 or 3 seconds of film that needs to be, because it's critical, it's life or death or whatever, then okay, I get it, right? All they did was they blurred out something that shouldn't have been in the film. Maybe they used it last minute to get rid of a boom mic or something that shouldn't have been in Spider-Man's shot or something, right? Yeah. Stuff like that, I think I can be on board with as a quick fix.
Right, and that's a tool. That's not artistic, right?
Exactly. Whereas some people use it like when I look at the technology that's out now, like Google's VEO3,
Mm-hmm.
I think is or 3.1 I think is the latest. Man, it's getting really really hard to distinguish AI video as
Yeah.
far as like the generative stuff, where there's tons of accounts online now that are nothing but these made up influencers and made up advertisements that are just using AI with a few prompts, and people are
Right.
making all sorts of money with this thing. So when you think of how many employees are going to be affected by something like this, there was already a lot of other stories about how the visual effects artists were put into positions that were really difficult for them, where Marvel was so demanding to have certain things done, but they didn't have enough time to complete those tasks. A lot of that played into why some of these products didn't look as good as they used to previous years, because there was either iteration upon iteration, and from what I've heard, uh, there's always been rewrites in these films, right? And,
Right.
and especially when things like the Jonathan Masters thing happened. Like, obviously, they had to
Majors.
scramble. Or Majors, sorry, thank you. Masters, totally different person. Jonathan Majors. When that happened, obviously they had to go in and rewrite a whole bunch of other movies and TV shows and everything to refit the story that they wanted to tell and remove Kang from that whole thing.
Right.
So I understand the changes. I hear you on the whole, like, why they're moving to the UK. They move to Georgia and they shoot in places like Canada and other states because they
Right.
have better kickbacks than Hollywood has had for a really long time. I know that Hollywood is trying to have a resurgence of that. They're trying to come up with
Just
better.
California as a state. Yeah.
California in general is trying to come up with better um,
Tax
ways to
breaks,
compensate,
incentives.
like
Yeah.
incentives and everything, to compensate the studios to continue shooting here. But you're right. I mean, things like universal healthcare, for instance, play a big role, because if Disney has to pay that for thousands of employees, I can see why, as a company, they would want to save that money. But also, as a company, how they should take care of their employees, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it is a topic that I think um, deserves more attention in general. In this case, I just feel bad for all of the employees that are part of this sweep right now. Have did you? I don't remember seeing this anywhere, but do you remember seeing if there's going to be another wave of this happening, or was this the end of it?
I have not seen anything.
Because I don't remember seeing that in the article. I do remember there was a couple during our when Bob was still in charge, and so it looks like this may have been the last of it for now.
I would
But
hope so.
yeah, uh, but it's a big hit, man. Like, to
Mhm.
have that much talent be lost in general. I I'm If all of them get jobs as contractors, at least they still have jobs. I think that's kind of the solace that I have in this situation. I don't know how they feel. Obviously, I'm sure that they would want all the benefits and stuff.
Of
So
course.
it's hard to speak for any of them, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can get rehired at least as contractors, at least it gives them a platform to jump somewhere else, or do something with another company in the meantime. So I don't know, man. Stuff like this is not easy to read. It's not easy to see, especially when we just finished talking about how I would love to see additional content for Endgame at a movie theater in 6 months, right? Because where
Mhm.
did that content come from? All of these people that were just let go,
Right.
Yep.
So knowing that Disney will continue to make money to beat Avatar, because they're going to beat Avatar, all right?
They are.
James Cameron. But in this situation, like the balance of what's happening, like, you feel bad over it. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Right.
I don't know. I would love to hear what people have to say about this and what your thoughts are. Obviously, it's a really tough situation. Our hearts go out to everyone at Marvel that has gone through this over the last week. But yeah,
And
hopefully
anybody else that got laid off as well, because it wasn't just Marvel, but
it
mostly
wasn't
Marvel.
just right.
Yeah.
That was just the biggest
percentage of the layoffs.
Right,
yeah.
right. I don't like ending on this note. This feels it feels too heavy.
Do you want to go over really quick? We didn't cover the Rock and Roller Coaster songs that got announced.
Sure, let's jump back
Really
into the
quick.
parks. This is not us trying to pivot away from something very sad, but we're trying to pivot away from something very sad.
So
yeah,
they announced 5 songs. I think the 5 songs that are coming to Rock and Roller Coaster. The first one is, which I thought was a joke because I forgot that was the title of a song. Song 2.
Blur.
Oh, by Blur.
By Blur. That's just the Electric Mayhem. And then Born to Be Wild, which is the Electric Mayhem featuring Camilla the Chicken.
Yeah.
Is the whole thing clucking?
No, probably partial.
Oh, I hope so. I hope
That'd be
so.
great.
The third one, we have Love Roller Coaster with the Electric Mayhem featuring Jennifer Hudson and Questlove.
Oh, interesting.
We got the fourth one is Rock Till You Drop. Electric Mayhem featuring Def Leppard, which is a surprising one. And then the final one, Walkin' on Sunshine, the Electric Mayhem with Kelly Clarkson.
Don't it feel good?
I don't know if I can think of Rock Till You Drop off the top of my head.
I don't think I can either.
Let's see. It's a Def Leppard song. Not surprising. But I know like 2 Def Leppard songs. So
Born
that's
to Be
good.
Wild, that's been on... Isn't that one of the songs on Guardians?
Mm-mm.
No? Why does it sound so... I don't know.
It's not coming to mind either. Like
My brain is like just doing that whole, hey, I remember that. It's like, no, we don't.
I'm still thinking about the other thing right now.
I'm just
Can't
listening to
recenter.
I'm listening to Rock Till You Drop, and this could be made up AI song, and I would believe you because I've never heard this song, but it's from, it's like an original Def Leppard song from forever ago, but I somehow have never heard it before.
Interesting.
So I hope that this Rock and Roller Coaster, they decide to add more songs as time goes on, because I think that would be fun.
Cool.
Like a Weird Al song. Like Weird Al and the Muppets singing something. I don't know.
I recently read a...
Amish Paradise.
There we go.
Amish Paradise would be great. I recently read a fact about Def Leppard that they hold the record for 2 consecutive platinum albums that were platinum 8 or 10 times over or something like that.
Wow.
Because
Oh,
of how
really?
many. Yeah, so they're the only band to hold that record as far as platinum is concerned. So I thought that was pretty fun. So cool. Now they're a part of Rock and Roller Coaster and the Muppets. All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up this week. Again, if you have any thoughts on anything that we talked about, we would love for you to join the conversation over on YouTube. You can also join us over on Discord. We'd love to have you as part of the community. You can talk about this or any other episode, as a matter of fact. Remember, teamboatwilly.com. You can go check out some information about the team. If you scroll a little on that page, you'll find the link to join our Walk for Hope team. You can either become a member and help us fundraise, or you can drop a couple bucks if you are able. We would definitely appreciate the help. And Andrew, show us your shirt before we wrap up.
70th anniversary of Walt Disney Imagineering. This was from a D23 Expo.
I got so much of that merch with the 70th.
Oh yeah, I got the
Imagineering.
ruler and the pens,
the
and
pens and the pencils, all
so
sorts
much
of stuff.
Yeah,
I got a hat that I got that I didn't even like that because it's like the dad hat style, but I still got it because it's got the logo. So
right.
Maybe they'll have better merch this year.
Here's hoping.
Better hats. I'm a hat guy, so I like when they have like good hats that are fitted, or if they're not fitted, that they're not the dad hat style. I am
Right.
not that like yeah, I'm not a fan. So that's it.
Positive
That's
note.
where we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.